just went to the grocery store, and when I kind of heard a few people coughing. I think one guy was, I think he was maybe with his daughter, and he was an older guy. I mean, he had like white hair, and he just tall, I mean, definitely over 6 feet tall, and just, he just gives this big, huge cough, like when he sees me. I just looked at him. I said, "Don't do that again. Don't do that again." He's like, "What?" Right? I mean, you gotta be kidding me, And then when I got to the checkout line, I mean, I just kind of had to ignore everything else. I did. If I were to actually pay attention to every single thing that is getting said about me, done about me, promoting all the stuff I hate, and all of that stuff, I just would go totally insane. I mean, even more than I already have. But then when I got to checkout, the cover of Women's Health was just like, you gotta be kidding me. How many times do I have to say it? How many times do I have to say that what has happened to me is not alright with me? And there's nothing that is sexy about being forced to do something that you don't want to do. And it's not like this is ever going to end for me, right? It's never going to end for me. And all you're doing is trying to make it happen not only to me, again and again and again, but to other people too. And I'll tell you something else that you're doing is you are setting me up for even more of a bad situation than I'm already in. Just beyond having just no respect whatsoever for everything I have said about how I feel about what's happened to me, you are setting me up for the situation of people having an expectation of what I look like that I can't meet, right? I cannot meet that expectation, right? Even in the videos themselves, you can already tell, I mean, it's just, I'm sure, I haven't seen them, but, I mean, there's nothing about them that I would have chosen. Nothing, no matter what I look like, but especially because there was much, I didn't have any money, there was nothing I could do about, what I looked like, all the body hair and all the other stuff. There was nothing I could do about any of that, let alone that no matter what I looked like, I never, ever, ever, ever would have chosen to be photographed that way ever in my life. Not for anyone, right? Ever. Not even a husband I have been with for however many decades, right? Absolutely not. No. And so just not just starting with how totally disrespectful you are and how totally disgusting it is that a magazine that is supposed to be for women, is continuing to push this issue, which is certainly about power and certainly about sex, and it's just basically about, it's basically just sexual assault. Just stop, for Christ's sake. And it's particularly disgusting when it's a magazine that's supposed to be, for women, and particularly women's health. I'm sorry, does my situation seem healthy to you? Does it seem healthy that I'm just constantly suicidal because of what I'm going through? How many fucking times do I have to say it, excuse my language? Really, how many times do I have to say it before you actually give it to me? What is your problem, right? And then there's also the question of definitely you setting me up for a bad situation. For people who haven't seen the videos, they're going to expect me to look a certain way in them, and then I suppose, I'm even a few years older than I was when they were first filmed. I don't know what's happening with them. I don't know if they've been edited. I don't know if they show, the stuff that was already wrong with my body before, but it's not like that stuff has gotten any better. I've just gotten older, so, I mean, I have all these I have some pretty unsightly, veins on my legs. I'm not fat, but I'm not in amazing shape. Even when I try to go to the gym, look what happens to me. I just get totally abused and then thrown out. And it seems like I'm being threatened of being videotaped to the for being videotaped to the next gym that I tried to join, which I haven't even gone yet. They're taking $60 a month out from me, and I haven't even gone yet because I'm afraid they're going to videotape me, right? And everybody else. So it's just here, it's and then says, so what's going to happen to me is you're going to have all sorts of people who either have or haven't seen these videos of me that I never chose to have taken, that I never would have agreed to, right? And then they're going to see me in shorts or whatever it is. And I know it's hard. It's hard enough, God knows there's been enough research and discussion of how difficult it is for women to maintain a decent body image, and to not feel like, and then particularly as they get older, not to feel like they're losing value as a person because they're losing their beauty and that kind of thing. And I certainly don't need people thinking to me, oh well, she's ugly now. She's ugly now. God knows, right? I mean, look at all the stuff that's wrong with her, because people do that, you know, and particularly the kind of people who are going to be the most interested in seeing these stupid, disgusting, sadistic, illegal videos of me, right? They're the ones who are then going to be, you know, looking at me and be like criticizing every little part of me, right? So then what's going to happen is the conglomerate is going to tell some kind of story where people will assume this, right? You know, the people will assume this, that, oh, you know, she was a little bit hotter before. No, I suppose. Excuse me. Sorry. They'll either assume a number of things, you know, one or all of them or whatever it is. You know, oh, she was hotter before, and super slutty, and now she's old, right? Now she's old, even though I can't help any of it and never asked for any of it. You know, certainly don't have the money to fix stuff that's wrong with me now, and never ever asked to be videotaped the way that I was, right? So that I can't. Either way, it's bad, right? Or they're gonna say, or there'll be something like, God, you look like that and you want people to take video of you. It's like, no, I really didn't. No, I never did. Not ever in my life. Ever.